Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm still alive, and in today's video I have 3 different Summerween Dollar Tree DIYs for you. For my first DIY, I'm taking one of these Dollar Tree flamingos and this light bulb, and I'm going to be turning it into a vulture. It does still kind of look like a flamingo in the end, and if there was anything different that I would do, I would probably cut the neck down next time, just so it looks more like a vulture and less like a flamingo. But I did drill a hole in its beak, and then I did a couple light coats of this satin black from Rust-Oleum. Next, I wanted to cut off the little dome around this light bulb, and I could have taken a wood burning tool and done that, but because I was inside and I didn't want to be breathing in toxic plastic fumes, I just used this wire cutter, and I would cut little spaces around the dome and then I would break it off, and I just continued this process, and I wanted to get it as close as I could to the light bulb because this light bulb is going to be hanging from the beak of the quote-unquote vulture. I say that because, like I said, it still kind of looks like a flamingo in the end. Once I got closer to the light bulb, I just repeated that same process and I made little cuts with my wire cutters and I tore the plastic off. And then after that, I took my wire cutters and some scissors and I just cleaned up the frayed pieces of plastic. After I cut off the plastic, I took off the little hanging wire, and what you don't see is me struggling to take this off. It did take me a hot minute to get it off, but I got there eventually. Just so you know, it's not easy. You might be struggling with it for a minute if you do decide to make this. Next, I just took some electrical tape and I'm just wrapping it around the light bulb. And yes, I could have painted this black, but the whole reason I am using electrical tape is because I'm going to be covering up the imperfections of where I cut off the plastic. And when I was wrapping the electrical tape around it, I was pulling it as tight as I possibly could. I think I did like 3 or 4 layers of tape just to go around the entire gold part of the light bulb. And I also do want to mention the top of the light bulb where the little switch is. You can still see the gold part on mine. I personally don't care that it's there, but you could probably paint it or use a permanent marker to cover it up if, again, you decide to make this and it bothers you. Next, I just took one of the wire legs and I broke it in half because the legs were just way too long for a vulture's legs. I took my wire cutters and I just went back and forth with the wire until it broke off. And here you can see I'm trying to straighten the wire as much as I can. It doesn't really matter if it's straight or not because it's going to be going inside the body. No one's going to see it. The next thing that I did was I took this oval wooden plaque, and I do believe I actually purchased this from Hobby Lobby. They do have wooden plaques, wooden pieces at Dollar Tree that you can use for the base, but I already had this, so why spend more money? And then I just drilled 2 holes into the base, and you don't see me do this on camera. I did actually end up going all the way through the piece of wood. It doesn't look like I did, but I did. I ended up doing that off camera later. It will just make this a lot easier to store. You don't have to glue it or anything. And then I painted the base black. And then I went in with this chalk paint and I painted his neck and his head white. I put some pictures on the screen of what my inspiration was. I was going for a white and black vulture. And then I also painted some of the feathers on his body white. And I always want to be transparent with you guys when I'm doing a DIY, what worked, what didn't work, what was difficult, etc. Again, if there's just anything I would have done differently with this particular DIY is I would have cut his neck down so he looked less like a flamingo, because again, he still very much looks like a flamingo to me. Anyways, I went in with some black paint and I gave him back his eyeball, and as you can see, there's an extra little dot in there. I did end up fixing that later after it dried, so it's not there. And then I used this feather duster mop thing. I cut a piece of this off and I wrapped it around his neck for the feathers, and then I just hot glued it on. And then the next thing I did was I added the light bulb, and I took the hanging wire and I had to straighten it out so it would fit through his beak. I pushed it through his beak, and then obviously I had to bend it back to its original form so the light bulb would fit on it correctly. And then the very last thing that I did for this DIY is I added some hot glue to the base and I pushed his butt back. I glued his butt to the base, not only because the light bulb adds weight and the the vulture leans forward, but it also gives it more of a vulture's body the way it's leaning back, if that makes sense at all. Anyways, I was extremely generous with the hot glue, and then after the hot glue was dry, I went back in with some black paint and I just painted the hot glue. And then for my next DIY, we are going to be making a ghost trapped inside a lantern. I took one of these solar lanterns from Dollar Tree. I think it was like $5 or $6. And then I took one of these wine glasses and I cut off the top of the plastic. And it does not matter if the plastic cracks because we are going to be covering it up later, and it does fit perfectly over the pillar light on the inside. And then next I took one of these pillowcases and I cut out a piece of the fabric for the ghost. And this isn't necessary, but it definitely helped me personally because I was having issues draping the pillowcase fabric over top of the ghost form that we made. I unscrewed the side of the lantern, just again, to make it easier to drape the sheet over top of the ghost form. What I found works best is to cut out the fabric in a circular form, and then once I had the desired length, I actually took some hot glue and I just put some hot glue on the top of the wine glass, and then I glued down the fabric to that. And then hopefully this next part makes sense, but I just glued some of where the creases are just because it was expanding too much inside of the lantern. And then the next thing I did was I took some of this felt. Now I have seen felt inside Dollar Tree before, but for some reason I can't find it at any of the Dollar Trees that I visit. So I did purchase this from Walmart a long time ago. I think they're like 33 cents for a sheet, 25 cents, something like that. And I just cut out some little ghosty eyeballs and then I hot glued it to the pillowcase fabric. And then, because I didn't think the solar light on its own was enough, I added these string lights. I wrapped the excess around the battery pack and then I stuck it behind the ghost. And then I just kind of shoved the rest of the string lights inside. Now, is it going to be a pain in the butt to turn it on and off? Yes, probably so. But there are other options. You could glue it to the outside, but if this is something that you want to put outdoors, I would very much so recommend putting it on the inside of the lantern. I mean, you could use it on a windowsill or something, but if you want it outside, definitely do that. Okay, in the previous clip, I did not have the pillar light turned on, but here it is with the pillar light turned on. You can barely see it, but the ghost is flickering a warm golden color. And then obviously, like I said, I just think the string lights add a little something something to it. Alright, the very last DIY that I have for this video is this pineapple jack-o'-lantern light. First things first is we're going to be getting rid of the straw because we do not need that. And all I did was I drew on a jack-o'-lantern's face onto this pineapple tumbler. And then I'm not going to lie to you, this plastic was quite difficult to cut through. I used an X-Acto knife to cut through it. Again, I would have used my wood burning tool, but it was raining on this day, so I could not use it outside. I didn't want to use it inside because, again, I didn't want to be breathing in those plastic toxic fumes. I also used a dry erase marker to draw on his face just so it was easier to wipe away any marker after I cut the face out. And to cut the face out, like I said, I used an X-Acto knife, but I had to go over the same spot several times for it to even go through the plastic. And then I also used some scissors to make it a little bit easier. Now, my original idea for this was to put a puck light in the bottom. I would have cut out a circle in the bottom of the pineapple and stuck the pineapple in there. I would have stuck the puck light in the bottom of the pineapple and then hot glued it, but my son broke said light. And so I had to improvise. Luckily, I had another pack of string lights and I just used those. I stuck the string lights inside the jack-o'-lantern and then I was able to drape the battery pack behind it. And this is how it turned out. Anyways, that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I have so much more content planned and it's coming your way. I hope to see you guys all next time. Bye!